Welcome to Xstream's product presentation on our Ingest Browser. Ingest Browser is made to ingest material from camera media, USB media, or other storage locations like central NAS storages into your post-production process or your publishing process. That can mean it either directly forwards files into a workflow management system, or alternatively, it forwards files into a processing engine like a transcoder, a quality control tool, an ingest tool, or whatsoever. So Ingest Browser can act as a centralized or a decentralized ingest application. It's browser-based and allows to access content on the local storage, so attached to the workstation or remotely on a file system. Let me show you Ingest Browser in production. Once Ingest Browser is opened, you can navigate on the very left-hand side to the volume of interest. These volumes are predefined by an administrator. So operators cannot navigate to places where they are not supposed to be. In my particular case, I've offered only the C drive, or to be correct, the volume label is C, but in practice we are on C subfolder source files. I can load one of that files. I can play it back. Now what happens in this particular case in my configuration, I'm playing the high res. So as we can see here, that is a sub-SD file in MXF container, but I do play the high res, it's not a low res. In other configurations, I may have access to a low res instead of the high res. Ingest Browser supports both. Now, let me show you additional functionality. There is a frame-accurate navigation within the files. I can set in points and out points. I can have multiple in and out points. And so that way I can build up a sequence of elements within my source file. I've now opened a second source file, and again, after it's loaded, I can navigate within it. So these are color bars only. I can set in and out points and can add those to the source elements list. So it's like a cut list, an EDL that is produced here. Ingest Browser now can either forward this cut list to another application, or it can perform a rewrapping process, what will stitch the elements that are selected here. So it's then a conforming on a rough cut editing. That is done with start. Owner is being defined, a bit of a description, and then start processing happens. We do have another version of Ingest Browser that looks very much identical, but with one small difference that I will show you in a moment. Let's select a different file as source. Let's navigate within it. Let's set again one in and one out point. And now when I do open the start dialog, a different pop-up dialog occurs that allows me to queue this file that I've selected and where I've set in and out points into a workflow. In my particular case, as you can see here from the navigation bar, I'm connected to a harmonic WFS transcoding farm. The workflows that are offered here are a real-time request from WFS what workflows it offers. I've got two test workflows. One says out to watch and the other one out to out. Can select one of those and can start processing. File is then handed over to the transcoder. Last but not least, we've got a third version that looks very much identical, but on the left-hand side, it's a bit different. Here, we do not navigate on the file system, but we do navigate within a database. that database is being filled by a special watch folder service that I can show you in the Force tab. Here's the configuration of that watch folder. So for example, I've set up a watch folder that watches on this machine at that path, and all files that are being found are added to the internal database. Again, there's another volume where I do watch on. These volumes are exposed here, and the operator can select volumes and can search with the database search field within those volumes. So for example, I've got clips with the file extension MXF, and that should bring me all the MXF files. Here we go. There's just one MXF file in the group test. Again, the workflow that can be started from here is identical. I can use the player application to navigate within the file, can set in and out points, can fill up a list, and can start workflows from there. This was a short overview of Ingest Browser. Many thanks for attending. If you've got questions or you are interested in, please visit us on our webpage www.x-3-media.com. Thank you so much.